Hello. So sorry. Anyway, I know I'm being a total dork. So today is your second sub day. So thank you for being amazing for Miss Jackson Coy. If it is her again, for who's here. So we're doing something similar today. We've got a practice. So please split your screen with the Ed Puzzle and the Class Kick so that you can work the problems out on the Class Kick and watch the video for instruction. All right, so remember that guest teachers are what they have to say, and their methods are the law when they are here, even if it goes against what I typically do. And you guys are amazing, and you are perfectly capable of doing this, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Remember that many of the things that I'm going to go over today are things that are either phrased differently than how we've learned it, which is really a great opportunity to see how you can apply what you've learned to a different phrasing. And then some of the things are brand new. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Jenny has $25 and she earns $10 for each lawn she mows. Jenny wants to buy a concert ticket for $65. Enter the minimum number of lawns Jenny needs to mow to be able to buy the concert ticket. Now, there are a lot of ways to actually solve this one. You could take $65 and you can subtract the 25 that she already has to find out how much money she needs to earn still. So she still needs to earn $40. Okay. And then you can say, okay, well, she earns $10 for each lawn mowed. And so how many lawns does she need to mow? She needs to mow 4 lawns because 4 times, so what times 10 equals 40? And so you could do it that way. You could also set it up as an equation, or you could say, okay, well, let's see. I know she's got 65. If she mows 1 lawn, 65 minus 10 is 55, minus 110 is 45, and keep doing that until you get down to 25, and then count up how many tens. How many lawns did she mow? She mowed 1 lawn, 2 lawns, and it'll end up being 4 lawns. So 4 lawns. All right. Which number line shows the solution to the inequality? So you know how to do this. We've just finished our unit on this. 6x plus 4. Remember my mistake though. If you use division, you do not necessarily flip the inequality. You only flip the inequality if you use negative division, if you divide by a negative number. If the number you're dividing by is a negative number, then you flip it. So let's go ahead and solve this. We got x's over here, got numbers over there, so we're going to subtract 4, or add negative 4. Basically, that comes to negative 6, and we've got 6x over here. Okay, so now we need to get rid of that 6. We're going to divide it out, divided by positive 6. So we're dividing by a positive number. We have a negative number over here, but we're not dividing by that negative number. We're dividing by a positive number. So that takes care of this. We've got x over here, and a negative divided by a positive does equal a negative answer. But we didn't divide by a negative number, so we do not switch our inequality. So let's look to see. Now something went wrong because this is saying 4 and negative 4. Oh, negative 20. No wonder. Hi. Let me try that again. It's not negative 2. I did that whole thing wrong. Okay, let's try that again. Negative 20 minus 4 minus 4. So that actually becomes 6x and negative 24. Same concept as what we did before. Divide by 6, divide by 6. It's a negative divided by a positive. So our answer is going to be a negative number. So it's going to be negative 4. But we did not divide by a negative number. We divided by a positive 6. So we're not going to flip our inequality. So the correct answer on this one is x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So we're going to look for the solid dot on negative 4, and it's greater than, so it's going to be A. All right. Oh, I love these, like truly. So the figure shown is created by joining two rectangles. Enter the area in square inches of the figure. Okay, we're going to make it into two rectangles. So this is going to be one rectangle, and this is going to be our other rectangle. So we need to find the area of both of those rectangles and then add them together. Remember, area is length times width. Okay, so here we have 10 times 25. So the pink one is a 10 by 25 inches. So 10 by 25 inches equals 250. You can use a calculator, but this is the powers of 10. 250 square inches. So I'm going to write inches squared. And this one here is 75 by 15. We don't need to know that this is 25 for the area. We would need to know that for the perimeter, but for the area, it's also 75 from here to here. So we're going to have 75 times 15, and that one I don't know off the top of my head. So I am going to use my calculator, which is right here. Here, 75 times 15 equals, that feels weird. No, that's about right, 1,125. Equals 1,125 square inches. And we write that by saying inches squared. All right, so now what we do is we add these two together. So we're going to add 250 square inches to the 1,125, and then 250. We got 5, 7, 3, 1. So enter the area in square inches. It is 1,375 inches squared. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't have any more on that page. I do. No, I don't. I don't have any more on that page. Okay, next page. Love graphs. Okay, the graph shows a proportional relationship between the number of gallons of gasoline used, so 1 gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons, and the total cost of the gasoline. So G is our gallons and C is our gasoline. Find the constant of proportionality. Remember, that means unit rate. So we're looking for the unit rate using the value for R. Enter the equation in the form of the C is the cost equals the rate. This is the constant rate, the unit rate, times the gallons. So we're going to find one that's on that we can definitely tell. And the first one we can definitely tell is this one right here. And there are multiple ways to solve this problem, by the way. Enter an equation. So we do want the equation. So here we have 3. We're going to put in the cost. We're just going to plug in information. 3, that's not true. The cost is 10. So $10 equals whatever the rate is times the gallons, which is 3. So So this is basically it. Whatever the rate is, you get 10 gallons equals the rate times 3. Now, if you wanted to take it a step further, you could figure out the rate. And the rate is going to be 10 divided by 3 because you basically, to get that 3 to get away from the R, that's a multiplication. It's R times 3. So we would divide the 3. So it would be 10 divided by 3, which would be 3.33333333333 equals your R. But what they're looking for is this right here. They're looking for the equation that represents the whole relationship. Okay, and that's it on that page. All right, a bag contains 16 marbles. There are 5 blue. I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there are 2 red. 1, 2. Okay. 1 marble is selected at random. So we have these in a bag and we're selecting one at a time. Determine whether each statement is correct, whether each statement correctly describes the likelihood of an event in a given bag of marbles. Select true or false for each statement. It is impossible that a green marble will be selected. True or false? There aren't any green marbles in there. So yeah, that is absolutely 100% true. There are no green marbles. It is impossible to select a green marble when there are no green marbles. It is unlikely that a yellow marble will be selected. Wait, over half of them are yellow marbles. So it's not unlikely, it's actually very likely that yellow will be selected. It is certain, meaning it is very, 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 actually, it's not even very likely, it is definite that a blue marble, it's not definite that a blue marble will be selected because we've got yellow and we've got red there. So that is a false statement. It is unlikely that a red marble. Yeah, look at all these blue and yellow. It's unlikely that a red one will be selected. It's possible, but it's not a likelihood. Okay, this one was fun too. Figure A is a scale image. So this is just a ratio, you guys. So it's a scale image. So figure A and figure B. And it says the scale of the map from A to B is 1 to 7 1/4. Now the big thing here is that you're allowed to use a calculator, but they don't usually have fractions on calculators. So you have to know that that's the same thing as 7.25. And you can figure that out by using a calculator. You can say 1 divided by 4 and you'll get 0.25. So 7.25. Okay, we want to figure out what the value of x is. The ratio is 1 to 7.25. If we know, so we know that 3 is here, we want to know what x is. This becomes a 3, and to get that to become a 3, we multiply by 3. So we're going to multiply this by 3. And you can use a calculator, but it's going to come to 21.75 is the value of x. So this would be 21.75. If the ratio is 1 to 7 1/4, then if this is 3, then we have to multiply this by 3 as well. All right. Last page. The number line shows record low temperatures for 4 states. So these are the lows in Fahrenheit. So it looks like they have it on here, but they also wrote down what it is here. We've got Hawaii at 12 degrees Fahrenheit, North Carolina at negative 38 degrees Fahrenheit, South Dakota at negative 58, degrees Fahrenheit and Montana at negative 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, the question is enter the difference. Remember, the word difference means subtract in degrees between the record low temperatures in Hawaii and South Dakota. So Hawaii is at 12. South Dakota is at negative 58. So what this is asking is on a number line, what is the difference between here and here? So we don't have to worry about the negative part of it. We just have to subtract because we are trying to find that's not true. We need to find the difference between the two on the number line. So what we have is there's several ways to figure this one out too. I'm going to go with kind of the long roundabout way. We have from here to here, we have 12, right? And from here to here, we have 58. So we're just taking the absolute value, right? And so we're looking at what's the difference in degrees. We've got 12 degrees to get to 0 and then 58 more degrees to get to South Dakota. So that becomes 70. So there is a 70-degree difference between Hawaii and South Dakota. So 70-degree difference. And that is the end of this one. Have a good day.